One person, ladies and gentlemen, can fill this place. If I'd known enough time in advance, I could do it by myself. That's not bragging, that's just fact. I just got it like that. As young people say, you want to make something happen, you got to be about it. When you're about it, they're talking about you got to be serious. If you're about that, if you're about it, you're talking about real serious. You're talking about going down deep. That no excuse is acceptable, that whatever you have to do, that one person will bring 200 or 300 when you're about it, when you got it like that. There are kids, ladies and gentlemen, who will fill this auditorium just to hear some of their friends get up on stage and spew all type of vulgarities. I've been at a college campus where they were lined around the wall. Here comedians that were so filthy it was unconscionable. I listened to them and all the vulgarity and profanity, and I said, my God, what has happened to our values, to our children? But you know what I admire about them? They're about it. They support their filth. They support their garbage. They're serious. But when we come into a place like this, it says that we're seriously not serious. That if I say, and one of the turning points in my life, I had a friend that I knew in high school who was a year behind me. He was a real major turning point for me in terms of my stuff. He was a drug dealer when he got out of high school. I was at Miami Northwestern High School doing some volunteer work with some children in special education. And one of his drug runners was in my class. This young man stood up after I mentioned that you have the power to live your dreams and to be successful and to create wealth, change society, touch people's lives, whatever you desire to do. So this young man raised his hands and he stood up and he had what is called a grill. In Miami, Florida, gold teeth are popular. He showed his grill. All of his top teeth were gold. And he said, Mr. Brown, he showed me his grill. You say that we can create wealth if we want to. And I said, yes. He said, are you a millionaire? And I said, yes. I said, I have $1 million worth of peace of mind, $1 million worth of loving relationships, $1 million worth of spirituality. I know that God is in my life, $1 million worth of contribution that I'm making. And many of the students who knew where he was going applauded and smiled just like you did, approvingly. And then when the applause died down, he said, but do you have $1 million in the bank? And I just looked for a minute. And I cleared my throat. No, I don't. And then he sat down. He said, thank you very much. Because everybody knew that the guy that he worked for, that I knew, that we went to school together, he had $1 million. Now, say, no big deal. Well, we live in a world of weights and measures. And this guy that I knew was able to get young boys like this guy because of picnics that he sponsored, because of things that he was able to invest in, because of things that his money allowed him to do. I could not do those things. When I went out to the parking lot to get into my station wagon, this guy drove by in a brand new car and looked at me and said, and I wanted to say, this is my cousin's station wagon. He's got my Mercedes. When I went home that night, I knew he had busted me out before the class. I'd lost some credibility. And I couldn't sleep that night. I said, now, if Everett could sell drugs with the knowledge that policemen might kick down his door every day, with the knowledge that some of the people that he's dealing with might kill him for the drug money, and he's making over $3 million a month, has a drug team. If he could do that with an illegal substance that's destroying life in the community, but the difference between us is his passion for what he does. He has a marketing plan. He's enrolled people in the process to put their lives on the line to destroy the life. And if he could do that, what can I do? What are the possibilities for me if I become serious? If I'm about it of selling a positive message, not selling drugs, not selling crack, not selling cocaine. What are the possibilities? Not worrying about the policeman kicking my door down, not worrying about a drug exchange going bad and losing my life. What are the possibilities if I get serious and committed and take this stand with my life and say, this is what I'm going to do? What if I can sell more people tapes and a positive message and on themselves and on their dreams and on their potential than he's selling drugs? I can reduce his market.